In a small, bustling town lived a young woman named Emma. She was known for her cheerful nature, always greeting her neighbors with a smile. But what no one knew was that Emma was struggling financially. After losing her job at the local bookstore, she barely made ends meet. Yet, she never let her troubles show. Every evening, Emma would walk to the town's park and sit on an old bench. There, she would watch a man named Mr. Owens feed the pigeons. Mr. Owens was the town's wealthiest resident, but he was also the loneliest. His wife had passed away years ago, and his children lived far away. He spent his days in solitude, and the pigeons were his only company. One cold winter evening, as Emma sat on the bench, she noticed that Mr. Owens looked frailer than usual. His hands shook as he scattered the birdseed. She hesitated but felt compelled to approach him. "Mr. Owens, are you all right? You seem unwell," Emma asked gently. He smiled weakly and replied, "I'm fine, dear. Just the cold getting to me." Emma didn't believe him, but she knew he was too proud to accept help. So, she started bringing a thermos of hot tea for him every evening, under the guise of sharing her own. Over time, the two developed an unexpected friendship. They didn't talk much, but their quiet companionship warmed both their hearts. One day, after a particularly cold night, Emma didn't see Mr. Owens at the park. Worried, she inquired at his house. A neighbor informed her that he had been taken to the hospital, gravely ill. Emma rushed to the hospital, but when she arrived, Mr. Owens had already passed away. She was heartbroken. She had lost a friend, and she had never even told him how much his quiet company meant to her. A week later, Emma received a letter. To her astonishment, it was from Mr. Owens' lawyer. In the letter, she learned that Mr. Owens had left her a small part of his fortune. It wasn't much, but it was enough to help Emma get back on her feet. More importantly, he left a note for her. "Dear Emma, you thought I didn't notice, but I did. Your kindness was the brightest light in my final days. You shared warmth when I needed it most, and for that, I leave you something that I hope will brighten your life in return. Remember, true wealth is not measured in coins but in the kindness we give and receive. Mr. Owens." Tears welled in Emma's eyes as she realized that the kindness she had quietly shown had been returned in ways she never expected. From that day on, Emma made it her mission to continue spreading unseen acts of kindness, just as Mr. Owens had taught her. Moral: the smallest acts of kindness, even when unnoticed, have the power to change lives in the most unexpected ways. True wealth is found in the kindness we give and receive.